Arachnophobes beware. In 1 week I've watched 2 spider films. What's going on? Haven't had a spider film for a long time. 2 come along at once. So yes, I sat down and watched this film, Infested, in some territories called Vermins. Was this one any good? Did this one scare the crap out of me? Let us find out in my review. Let's go. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to my review for Infested, this 15 rated horror film, otherwise called Vermins in some territory. It runs for 1 hour and 46 minutes. Now this is a French film. It is in French, it is fully subtitled, but I will say do not let that put you off, seriously. The film comes at us directed by Sebastian Vanecek and written by Florent Bernard and Sebastian Vanecek himself. Now the director of this film, this is his first full-length feature film, having just directed a couple of shorts prior to this. The film stars Theo Christine as the film's main actor, a character called Caleb, Sophia Lassafre as Leela, Jerome Neal as Mathis, and a wealth of other talent within the film. Now this film here, it opens in the desert, in what I can only take to be a Middle Eastern country, Iraq, Iran, somewhere like that, where we have these individuals going out hunting for certain species of spider. They come across one, they capture, well, they come across a fair few of them, and they capture quite a lot of them, only to get them transported wherever in the illegal animal trade over to France, where we're introduced to Caleb, who's a young person approaching the age of 30. He does whatever he has to do to try and make money, selling dodgy goods, this sort of a thing, but he also likes exotic animals, and while looking for a gift for someone through the sort of backdoor trade, so to speak, he comes across this spider by this geezer who's got these animals, and he purchases it and takes it back to his place, and he lives in this rather large complex, a rather large building, apartment block, that's got all these youngish kind of characters, individuals living in there, a few older. We're introduced to a few of them. Anyway, long story short, this spider escapes, subsequently breeds, and the whole building gets infested with spiders. And these are very venomous spider, rapidly growing, who have the ability to kill people. And thusly, that's what happens. The building block itself, as the film progresses, gets shut down by the police. They don't allow people out, so these people have to fight for survival. This small band of individuals have to fight for survival within this block, avoiding these spiders. So that's the basic premise of this film. I won't go too in depth into the story or what happens. Now, this film is a film in a sense of 2 halves. The first half will have your skin crawling. It will. When these spider breaks out, when it breeds, when you've got all the little ones running around, it's very much the feel of arachnophobia in a sense. Just a lot more gritty, a lot more grounded, a lot more visually realistic, shall we say, in a sense. And then the second half plays more like your sort of standard horror fare, where these spiders grow to a rather large size. We're talking about this sort of size, and are attacking people en masse. I had fun with this film. I can't deny I had fun with this film. Now, when I first went into it, I was a bit sort of dubious. When I was introduced to the main cast, the main characters, they're of a generation that doesn't speak to me, so to speak. They represent what a lot of young people are like today. A different community of people, shall we say, that you know, yeah. This block of flats is filled with these, I'll say, undesirable kind of individuals. And this is the trouble that I had with the film, was connecting to the characters, because there's nothing in their character that I'm able to identify with or able to connect with. However, as the film progresses, you come to like these characters, you come to enjoy them, and you join them in this journey. The film offers a lot of frights. It certainly does. Like I said, the first half of the film, because the spiders that you're dealing with, spiders en masse, are generally the size of house spiders and things like that. It, you know, you can feel it. You can, you know, you get that sense of dread, and you don't want these things near you, right? So if you're arachnophobic, this film will certainly, you know, work for you in that sense. When you get to the second half of the film and the spiders grow somewhat larger, because you're stepping into the realm of fantasy, more so bigger than what spiders are actually able to grow, it's a lot less scary. But that's not to say the tension isn't there. Now, the themes in this film, it plays a lot into themes of bigotry and gentrification with the individuals, where they live, the way that they're treated by the police and this sort of a thing, with them all being locked in. But they're locked into this fascinating looking building, right? The architecture chosen for, or the architecture in the building that's chosen for the main, you know, where the main action takes place, obviously external shots as opposed to inside, probably soundstage, things like that. But the external of this building, it's actually the Picasso arenas in Noise-le-Grand, which is near France, and these building complexes were built in the 1980s, and it's circular, it's round like this, and in a sense it's been chosen specifically because when you see a spider's web on like in a tree or something, you have a kind of round effect to it with a lot of them. And the architecture, the patterning on the actual building itself, very reminiscent. You can see it as a spider's web, and there are scenes in this film where you get the sense of going down this tunnel that's just completely, a corridor that's completely covered in webs like this, all the way around, essentially, with spiders in the webs everywhere, and you get this sense of these people are trapped inside this spider's web. You know, the external architecture certainly plays on the fear and intimidation of these attacking spiders. So, you know, the effects are great. The spiders look great. You know, there's an abundance of them. They're not hidden away. They're not on screen, that sort of a thing. They are there in your face, full force. Feel genuine. You know, I don't know how they filmed a lot of this, but it is great. It's a tense film, and from beginning to end I was hooked to the screen. Like I said, first initial thoughts were, I may not like this because of the actors, because of the characters, but they won me round in the end. The directing is on point. You know, as a first time director, feature film director, fantastic. This film for me ticks all the boxes, seriously. I'm blown away by what I watched. I thought it was very good. Certainly a film that I would get on physical media, certainly a film that I would revisit somewhere down the line. It's up there. It would happily sit alongside Arachnophobia on the shelf, this one, most definitely. But where Arachnophobia has that sense of fun to it, this one is out and out dread. This one will have you itching, scratching. You'll be feeling, is there something crawling on you? A lot of fun was had. Go check it out, seriously. If you have seen this film, let me know in the comments down below. Is it a film that would interest you, wouldn't interest you? Have you seen it? Did you like it? Did it work for you? Didn't it work for you? Seriously, I am interested. Or would you just completely ignore it because it's a French film with subtitles? And I understand that some people may not watch for that reason. I get that completely. I do. Anyway, see you on the next one. Just checking around for spiders.